was immediately after that Olympic Games is not surprising. Very, very disappointed there. It's a year and a bit later and things looking that much better for him. Spoke comfortably, quite happily, and unusually for Travis, he had plenty to say. We're underway with the final of the men's under 81 kilo category. Now, Ghasemi Nejad, in his last 2 contests, was involved in contests that collectively had 10 Shidos in them. He picked up 4. His opponents picked up 6. So 10 in the 2 contests. Stevens will have watched those. He'll be aware of that. What he won't want to do is to get involved in that kind of Shido battle. Once he gets a score on the board, Ghasemi Nejad won't be able to have that particular tactic at his disposal. Here we go, there's the first. And that was the difficulty. He nodded there. Stevens has nodded as if to say, yeah, shouldn't have got involved in that one. If he just managed to get his hands on his opponent earlier, he would have avoided that. There's a chance now. There's enough of the mat area to work with. Stevens can try and work a turnover here. Neatly turned by Ghasemi Nejad, avoided the problem. It's not entirely over yet. Stevens has had to change the angle of attack. He was going underneath the arms there and had to go over the top. In addition to all of the judo that's got to be running through your mind when you're with Ghasemi Nejad, you've also got to be looking at the scoreboard, making sure that you don't get wrapped up in that Shido battle. He's a clever fighter. They're putting on the pressure, and if Stevens is not careful, he's going to end up looking passive. That's the next thing that the referee will be looking at. Doesn't want to fall behind with the rate of attacks here. Needs to keep up with it. Get a nice big attack in. Don't let Ghasemi Nejad be first. It's not where you want the hand to be. It could be that Stevens ducked his head underneath. He did. He picks up the second penalty. I could have scripted this because this is just where Ghasemi Nejad wants to be. If he takes this without a score, it'll mean the quarterfinal, semi-final and final were won by him without a single score. And speaking to a few of the coaches about this, none of them want that. Not for their own players and not for the other fighters. Needs a score, does Stevens. As I said earlier, that changes the nature of the competition. Ghasemi Nejad is only doing exactly what it says in the rules. Not false attacking, not stepping out the area. Attacking just enough to make himself look busy, doesn't pick up a passivity penalty. And no gripping infringements. It's just the 2 errors, the 2 single errors that Stevens has committed. All right, Ghasemi Nejad has committed 1 as well. It was the avoiding taking a grip. Big effort there from Stevens, and with the Osotogari, there it is. A minute to go. Now what you can do here is you can look at the threat that Ghasemi Nejad had up to this point with regard to throwing Stevens. Was there any threat at all? No threat whatsoever. The only thing that had him in the lead there was that he was a little bit cleverer and just went ahead on those couple of penalties. That's out of it now. He's got to throw Stevens, and he's shown no sign of doing that. We're inside the last minute now. It's the thing that I said right from the outset that Stevens had to do. He had to get ahead by a score. And he leads by Yuko. Time's ticking away now. Another effort from Stevens, and a good one as well. Ooh, generous there with the Yuko. We've given him a second, he won't complain. Now a chance to work on the ground. He can look as busy as he likes now. He has a quick look at the scoreboard as well as he's trying to pull his man over. This one is going the way of Travis Stevens. He's even trying the shimiwaza as well. Let's have a look and see what went on. Ooh, that was really generous. Can avoid this now. He can even afford to take a drop. A big smile on his face now. And a tap on the back as well for his opponent. It's no good belly aching. I'm not sure what Ghasemi Nejad is upset about. He's been scored on twice, there's no problem there. And he hasn't scored in the last 3 of his contests. So I'm not sure what his problem is. He's been involved in 3 of the most interesting contests. They really have been. The fact that there have been Shidos involved is by the by. They've been really gripping. That was an interesting contest. But he's been in 3 contests where he's failed to do something, and that's